Growing up, I won't lie, I struggled when always being around white people in my younger years and not understanding my native side. Because of the court system, I actually was separated from my mom when I was 3 years old and wasn't reunited with her again until I was 15. One of the things that our people went through, you know, the Adoption Act and residential schools, and so we don't know a lot of my mom's side of the family, so I kind of lack exactly who I am.
The abuse that I suffered from my father was a multifaceted situation where it wasn't just physical abuse, and then every other time he was a great dad. He was just, you know, emotionally abusive, just made me feel like a terrible kid. The emotions that I don't know where they are, right, that kind of like unknown factor, and then also this like deep rage. And so when you combine that with this sense that I'm not good enough and already having that feeling of trauma, it just turns inwards.
Como en mi vida hay un capítulo que pienso que nunca no lo he podido superar. Y eso fue la desaparición de Tula, que fue mi mamá, no mi mamá biológica, pero ella me crió. Tal vez no era la intención de mi familia hacerle daño, pero fue lo que pasó. Cuando, sea por razones económicas o lo que sea, ella tuvo que escoger entre sus hijos biológicos y yo. Y eso para mí es una injusticia.
The way that Bex feels about their body changes day to day. Sometimes they look in the mirror and they hate what they see. So creating this act was a big part of my healing. It has this growing sense of me coming to terms with my darkness, with it not letting it consume me.
Activate this creativity in its purest form of fertility. Play me like an instrument, like the chords of life's fragility. Guide me to leave no trace as I stride barefoot, please mindfully, to the spaces where I'm most needed. In service and in dignity, let me flow through this odyssey like water down a river, past the rocks and all its obstacles, to gracefully deliver all the gifts I came to give. Please teach me to live peacefully with myself. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the stillness that is the dancing. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the stillness that is the dancing. I am perfectly imperfect in the face of impermanence. Every step that's led me here today by no means has been consequence. May I find the beauty in each moment, cause in the end that's all I have. May I live every day to its fullest, for it may be my last. Make the unconscious conscious, from humans to my emotions, and the histories long forgotten, may they purge from inner oceans. Stretch me like a rubber band outside my comfort zone, so I'll never have the same resistance to the limitations I've made my own. Develop new neural pathways in the mystery of my brain. Pump me full of oxygen, flood my watershed in all its veins. Teach me compassion for those who feel hard to love. Lead us to the places where we can learn from different tongues. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the stillness that is the dancing. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the stillness that is the dancing. Let me live without illusions, without becoming disillusioned. Be resilient beyond self-sabotage, clear the storm-clouded confusions. Give clarity, bring me teachers. Let me take flight from my failures. Allow me to dissolve my ego, my need to be right behaviors. Let my death mark continuance of timeless contributions. Usher my hands back to the earth to give. This is the revolution. Guide me back through footprints of my ancestors who bear the fruits. Feed this spiritual starvation with the grounding of my roots. I wish to know myself to the farthest edge of the farthest edge. Laying on the earth as she absorbs the voices in my head. She whispers, we do unto ourselves as we do unto the web. Please teach me to forgive myself. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the stillness that is the dancing. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the darkness that is the light. I am the stillness that is the dancing.
Now in burlesque, it's somewhat of a mask, but it's more of like a enhancer. And I think it helps me to see the beauty that's already there, so that when I take it off, I can still see that person that was there before. And when I'm all made up, I can still see the person that's underneath. It's me, but on another level. Me heightened, me amplified. And I think that's what burlesque does. It shows you the beauty that's already there.
No me atrevería jamás a contar esta historia porque me avergüenza muchísimo. Pensar que mi familia o que yo le pudimos haber hecho tanto daño a una persona. Una vez que Tula desapareció de mi vida, me di cuenta que esta manera de tejer me ayudaba a sentirme todavía unida a ella. Pude finalmente contar la historia y creo que es lo mínimo que puedo hacer para honrar a Tula. Me acabo de dar cuenta que he estado tejiendo esta bufanda por los últimos 18 años.
So when I was 34, I finally made the decision to go to Sweat Lodge and actually take it seriously. And it was the connection with the creator that I needed, not the one that had been forced on me since I was a little kid, because the church stuff wasn't working for me anymore. And it was bringing more fear to my life than it was bringing healing. And I needed something to bring me healing.
A lot of times it can be really intimidating and it can cause a lot of fear, and I think that's where the anger came from, was like fear of the unknown being just dealing with emotions in general, since I had been so closed off for them for the longest time because of the situation with my dad. I think the funny thing about naming it is it wasn't so much being like, you are this separate thing from me, is the idea is that it is me. And like, it's coming to understand the anger's name, that the shade's name, that manifestation of that, it's no different from myself.
The forest is our pharmacy, plan abundance in mentality, live minimally, act morally, disrupt patterns of normalcy, expand perspectives 360 here, symphonies in everything, keep tuning up our frequencies, this is our way of rebelling, be channels for deeper healing, protect and nurture our energy, show the circular to balance out the way we've been taught linearly, bring magic unconditionally, teach me to bend alchemically, trust wisdom of my own body, keep me open to receiving, humble my ecology, I'm dominant over nothing, place me in love and act loving, honor the life and everything, rising gratitude every morning, I look into her eyes and I will sing, we're the ones that we've been waiting for, what a time to be alive, I am the darkness that is the light, I am the stillness that is the dancing, I am the darkness that is the light, I am the stillness that is the dancing, I am the darkness that is the light,
I think doing this video has been a healing piece for me, because these are things I don't talk about. These are things that I would rather hide from the public. I would rather people not know that I have a weak moment, even though everybody has weak moments. But I think for myself that hiding them makes you feel less likely to get hurt. And I think sometimes we just need to feel that hurt. But I think we also need to realize that other people are going through similar things and can actually relate. And I think as public figures, we should show more vulnerability and not always have to perceive that we have no weaknesses, because really at the end of the day, our weaknesses are that balance to our strength. And we can't become, these great beings that we all have the capability of being and are, you know, without balance. And I think that balance is strength and weakness. I just think it's easier sometimes just to show, you know, one or the other. And in my case, it's always been easy to show strength, but really showing your weaknesses, I think, is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, because it makes you feel like maybe I'm wrong, or maybe like I've been wrong for doing certain things. But the reality is, you know, we all have them, you know, and we can all connect with, you know, sharing those things.